the Rams. Here's Alshon Jeffrey after that heartbreaking loss.
It sucks right now. I mean, everyone in the locker room, we all down. Like I said, man, I let my teammates down. I let the city of Philadelphia down. That's on me. We'll be back next year for sure.
Where do you go from here personally?
One play don't define me. I mean, all the greats and had missed game-winning shots, dropped passes, touchdowns. So it happens. It's part of football. I mean, I just hated the way it happened in the playoffs, and it was a defining moment.
You walked off this field. Did it feel like the last time you've been on this uniform?
I'm not really going to worry about it right now. I think, I'm just going to do what I can to enjoy this fight back with my teammates, and we'll see what happens. I do know that, we went out there and gave it everything we had tonight, and that's where, everyone's got to keep their heads held high, because that's what it's about. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but ultimately if you give it everything you have, that's what it's about.
It's tough because it's so final, You're here at the end of the season. There's no more football, for 2018, and just told the guys, just keep their heads up. And we set out on a journey way back in OTAs, and we keep talking about having no regrets, and leave everything out on the field. And they did that tonight. They did that this afternoon, and they battled right to the end. We had opportunities. So proud of them, proud of the season, proud of the adversity that we faced all season long, and found our way to get into the postseason, and just wish the Saints good luck going forward.
Initial reaction to this game, Dion, is what?
Well, when you ask the man, where do you go from here?
Personally. No, where you go from here personally?
Where you go from here? Home. Man, mad. You just drop
Get
the
that
ball.
hefty bag tomorrow, clean out your locker, and
That's
hey,
a
man,
heartbreaking way to lose.
I don't like the way the Saints started.
You mean the 14-0?
Yeah, I don't like the way they started tremendously, and it just seems like they didn't come out with the right intensity. I will admit, if Drew Brees had hit that first deep pass again, that's a whole different game.
Yeah.
Lattimore can't. The big-time players must make big-time plays in these type games. Lattimore cannot give up that long pass down the sideline as well. So these big-time players that we're expecting to make big-time plays, they got to show up early, especially in a game of this magnitude.
Sure, but Marshawn Lattimore does seal that last interception. The game's over.
But you can't. We're expecting you to shut this down. You got to lock this down. That's who you are.
Okay.
Handle your business.
You've been critical of that defense all year. What grade do you give them today?
See?
Okay. What's your initial reaction after this game, Shannon?
I think they got away with it. You fall behind 14-0 on the road, you're going to get beat the brakes off you. They need to play better. I believe they will play better. I think the Rams will play better. I think the Rams are going to make a conscious effort to keep this crowd out of the ball game. And the best way to keep the crowd out of the ball game is to run the football and control the clock and keep the Saints offense off the field. Because you're like, yeah, we got Ndamukong Suh, and yeah, we got Aaron Donald, but the best way to slow down a potent offense is to keep them off the field.
20 straight points after falling behind 14-0. What changed for the Saints?
Well, I thought after that first scripted 15 that Philly had, I just didn't see them being able to. They didn't adjust. Like, they had them on their heels, and I really believe it would have been great for them to be able to run the ball.
Right.
And they had a kid from Notre Dame, Adams, that was running the ball great. And he was active today and didn't play. And so I think Philly actually helped the Saints out because they kind of got conservative. They went 3 and out. The Saints did play better. But honestly, the Saints couldn't get pressure on Nick Foles. He just missed some throws today. Let's just call it what he missed some throws.
If you remember last year during the run, they had LeGarrette Blount, they had Jay Ajayi, and they ran the ball. Now they can play action and get those big plays over the top. Now the team's like, we're just going to play you for the pass because we don't believe you can run. Look, Sproles is good. Smallwood is good. But they can't run the ball with the conviction like they could last year.
And what do teams do? If Tom Brady get up on you 14-0, you know what's coming? They fit Sony Michel for the run up. We saw it today.
Yeah, they don't have the capability.
They don't have it.
Were you guys surprised by how close this game was, though, given what they did the first go-around against the Eagles?
We knew Foles would bring something to the table. They don't want to admit it, but, Wentz was horrible the last time these two played one another. He was horrible. Didn't play well, his honest statement. They were horrible.
This is Nick Foles' agent, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm calling it like
You
I
met
see it.
Deion
Y'all quit
Sanders, the
sugarcoating that
agent.
thing. Let me tell you something. We knew Nick Foles would get the ball down the field, spread it out, make the throws that he needed to make, avoid the pass rush, and he played an adequate game. Did he play a great game? No, he didn't play a great game, but he didn't hurt his team as well.
We knew the game would not be 48-7. I thought the game would be a little higher scoring. I thought the game would be somewhere in the high 20s, maybe 28-24, something of that nature. I was surprised that Philly only put up 14 points. And if you look at New Orleans, the last month of the season, ever since they played the Cowboys, they hadn't been the same offense.
Right.
12-10, they won 12. They lost 13-10 to the Cowboys. They won 12-9 to Carolina. So they haven't been the same team offensively. Defense, they've been unbelievable. But offensively, they hadn't been the same team.
They have to get somebody else besides Michael Thomas to generate plays
They
for
tried
them.
to. He got hurt.
I know they are.
Dez.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we will be talking more about that Saints-Rams game as well as what Philly should do with Nick Foles. But let's take a look at the schedule for Championship Sunday. Rams taking on the Saints, as I just mentioned. And then over in the AFC, it's a rematch of